You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Dance Moms After Show.
I know, just go with it. Just go with it. Yeah, Marissa. Get deep, get in there. Feel it, really feel it. Floor. Hey, what's up, everyone? Bing is for doing, and you're watching another episode of the Dance Moms After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm Giselle Ugarte. I know it's Tuesday. It's kind of a new time. We're playing with it. Let us know what you think. And unfortunately, the guys aren't with me, but I have a very sexy co-host over here.
Hey.
My new friend, Violet.
How's everyone doing?
And where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me at Violet Kanian on Twitter.
Heyo. So we're so happy to have you. Are you a fan of Dance Moms? I mean, do you have a dance background?
Obsessed. I used to be in dance.
I mean, obviously, that's why you're
right?
here. But.
Yes. I used to be in dance, so watching it brings back old memories. So it's really fun to watch.
Did you have an Abby Lee Miller-esque teacher ever?
You know, my friend was kind of our coach. So, yeah, definitely. She definitely
had like a nice line between business and pleasure.
Absolutely.
Well, we're excited to have you here. We're going to get through this. And like I said, you guys, let us know what time slot you prefer. Marissa's holding up the chat room. And, of course, we love all the YouTube comments. I'm always live tweeting at Giselle Ugarte. And, let's go ahead and get started. There's no pyramid this week.
Whoa.
Which was strange. The name of the episode is Gone, Abby Gone, and Abby is gone. Not for good. And actually, I have been getting a little bit of inside information from the reunion and from future episodes. So we will discuss as to what Abby's whereabouts really were because they weren't very clear. Where do you think Abby was?
You know, I don't know. She kept going back from like her being with her mom, and then they were saying, oh, she might be at like a paid thing, judging thing. So I have no idea. What the heck?
I thought she for sure was in LA or something.
Oh yeah,
and
right?
I tried to dig down that Instagram. We just watched the show, you guys.
Yeah.
So if we don't have all the information right, I mean, tweet it to me or let us know in the comments. I tried to find the Instagram. I couldn't find it, but I'm pretty sure it was from a competition. That seemed to be what the moms were thinking, but who knows if it was correlated. And yes, they assumed that Mrs. Miller wasn't well. That was the first assumption. Then they thought maybe she's off money hungry somewhere else. And so Gianna and James take the reins. They both just happen to be there.
Right? Is Gianna always there? She's kind of like...
She usually is. I mean, Abby can't really demonstrate the moves.
Right. Right. I always wondered about that.
Her own. Right. And yeah, so James though, I've never seen James before.
He didn't really do much either. He was just like there.
And he just happened to be there, you know, to help out. I mean, like Abby wouldn't tell production that she's gone.
Yeah.
I think it's a little weird that she didn't answer her phone and that no one had any idea that she wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
I didn't buy that.
Even when she did answer the phone, I mean, when Gianna called, she was like, Gianna, and she was like, yeah, and she was like, goodbye. Like, if you were going to do that, you didn't have to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like, I don't really know what that's all about. And then she did the passive-aggressive texting.
Yeah.
So, not really my cup of tea. The moms, of course, start battling about solos.
Oh, boy.
Even though Gianna and James are trying to get the group going and trying to, you know, keep things moving, rolling along. Who did you think deserved the solo?
You know, I'm not a fan of Payton, so I am happy she never did her solo because she's just so... I feel like her head is just too big for her.
Her mom is just too big. In general.
I mean, I see where she gets it from, but I felt really bad for Brooke.
Yeah.
I mean, to hear that, and then she went out there and she freaking kicked butt.
I thought she did a really good job.
She did better than, I mean, when watching her doing rehearsals, you're just like, okay.
She sometimes looks a little out of it, a little
a little stiff. But yeah, when she got out there, I was like, this girl can dance.
Well, let's talk about that. What did you think of Christy calling Kelly saying, hey, Abby's not here. Maybe you should bring the girls around?
That was, I mean, I see why she did that. It's like a window of opportunity because she's not there. Come on in, hurry up, grab a seat. But I don't know. It was kind of, I guess she did as a friend, but I don't know why Leslie went crazy.
Friend.
Yeah.
Use that term. Friend. You never know with those two.
Seriously.
And then, of course, Leslie just has a field day, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But then, are we surprised that Kelly's back, though? That's another question I had. And that's what I want to know from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really prominent part of the show, so I didn't think at all that she would be gone for good. And she has 2 daughters in the thing, and they're still on the pyramid week after week, so it's kind of like, okay, Abby, if you really don't want them, take them off the pyramid. Create a new pyramid. Why are they still there?
We were watching, and I love how Kelly walks in. She's like, well, I always come back to Abby because, and she lists off these reasons, and I'm like, because you're contractually obligated to Lifetime to be a part of the show. Yes. But yeah, that too, because you love Abby and Abby loves your girls. Okay, so the first day they get through it. The second day Abby doesn't show up.
Right.
Nobody's heard from her still, allegedly. No explanation. This is the first competition they've ever had without Abby, but luckily at this point, Gianna has a little bit of an explanation. She gets a text from Abby. They're going to Elite Talent Competition in Sandusky, Ohio. That's another thing I didn't really buy either, is like, you really had no idea where you were traveling to? Like, who's making
a couple days.
Who's making the traveling arrangements for production and for you guys? And we're talking about these costumes, and like, who is making the costumes in 3 to 5 business days? That just doesn't, something's not adding up, but we'll go with it because we always do. Yes. We love Dance Moms and we love the drama, and we fall for it every time. So Gianna goes ahead, does the group number with everybody, all 9, which is huge. And then she assigns solos to Asia, who does Jazz to Lightning. Maddie gets a solo, and then Brooke, of all people, steps up and asks for her own solo.
Though, a couple episodes ago, Abby went crazy on Maddie, like, why didn't you ask for it? Why didn't you take the solo?
Why didn't you step up?
Right. So now that Brooke stepped up, I kind of thought that Abby might have been like, oh, she stepped up. She took the opportunity. Okay, then, let her have it. Let her see how she can do. But she went crazy, like, if you give her a solo, you're going to get fired, to Gianna.
Freaking out.
Like, seriously? She's a child. Seriously.
Did you think that Christy Ray overreacted a little bit before even the solos were assigned, and she was like, Asia deserves a solo. Asia deserves a solo. She's doing so well. And then her and Jill got into it.
Asia does deserve a solo. Every single competition, this girl needs a solo. So, whatever.
I'm not going to argue with you there.
Do it.
She's a star. But yeah, I was really impressed by Brooke and her stepping up. I did not see that one coming. Sure enough, the moms start doing a little creeping, a little stalking, which I would have done. I want to know what Abby's doing.
Right.
They just happen to stumble across this picture on Instagram with her, smiling and, clearly out and about at possibly a competition or some type of like a meet and greet or a dance something. So she's sort of caught red-handed, even though they're not totally sure what the status of the mom is. Kelly calls Abby, and Gia texts Abby asking about Brooke's solo, and Abby threatens and says that if she choreographs a solo for Brooke, that she will be fired.
Oh my gosh.
At that point, what did you think?
I was just really annoyed with Abby right now. I'm like, I hold her to such a high level because she's just so passionate about what she does, and just I respect her. But today I was like, seriously, everything that you expect from the moms to give to you, you just completely lost that. If you're not there and you're saying things like, you're going to be fired if, she gets a solo.
She's not even answering her phone.
If you're not
or
there.
Text.
Exactly. If you're not there, they could do what they want. Okay? Yeah. So that annoyed me.
And I was surprised that, I'm assuming she was the one that approved the 9 for the small group.
Yeah. But exactly.
And then you're saying that you're not coming back until Brooke and Paige get the hell out of your studio on speakerphone in front of the girls. I mean,
before they go on the stage.
Yeah, which she usually does that in person.
Ugh.
But it was almost, I don't know if it's worse for her to say it when she's there or when she's away. Like, I don't know what stings more.
I think
like,
both.
Take it and like
turn it a little bit
and like pour some salt on it or whatever. And then of course Leslie calls tattletales on Gianna, and Abby says that Payton can have a solo, which doesn't end up happening.
Thank goodness.
What did you think of the Leslie versus the Kelly? Who was right or wrong?
I'm so done with Leslie. I want her gone. That is Kelly's seat. She cannot sit there. She is a villain. Okay, exactly what Kelly said. She's a villain. And for her to be like, oh well, she on the phone afterwards, she said something about Payton. I don't remember what she said, but she kind of like threw it in there. Like, shut up, sit down. Ugh. What?
Oh, Leslie. But I mean, it's her daughter. She wants her daughter to do the very best. Like, wouldn't you want your daughter to be on the team?
Yeah, but if my daughter had an ego like that, come on. Teach her some respect.
I mean, I'm always on Team Kelly when it comes. I'm on Team anybody but Leslie.
Right.
Except for Black Patsy.
Oh,
and, like, that's the only person who maybe is like less than. But
I'd like to see Leslie and Black Patsy go at it.
Woof. Save that for some other network or show. Luckily, there was a little bit of a light. There's a little starlight. Yay. A little something we don't often get to see. I mean, clearly, since Abby wasn't there, then I guess that's when the positive energy can come.
Yeah, let's do something nice.
So there's this young girl. Her name is Hannah, and she's struggling with a disease that unfortunately will not let her be very physically active. And she, of all people, wanted to meet Maddie.
Yeah.
And wanted to have Maddie as an inspiration and vice versa. And so it was really nice to see Melissa call up her and her mom and invite them to practice. And then they ended up going to the competition. And I thought that was just a little like, oh, I saw you. I mean, I legit actually poked my eye with a mascara wand, but I was tearing up too. Like, wait, are you really? Are you?
No. I was putting on mascara.
It was
too.
the popcorn.
Yeah. It was really sweet, and I'm kind of like, okay, if Abby was there, what would have the energy have been like, especially at practice? So I'm really happy she wasn't there, because then Hannah got like the full experience and everything with Maddie, and her giving the trophy.
And she dedicated the dance to her, and she started tearing up. And then, of course, Melissa like takes the microphone, and also you can see the starlight. It's a really great cause. Visit the website here. Like, okay.
She had to be center stage. She had to.
No, it was a good cause. She's a good mom. What did you think when the mom started to argue of whether Abby actually wanted to be there or not? Do you think Abby's over it? Do you think she wanted to be at the competition?
I kind of have a feeling that Abby's over the moms and they're bickering. It's kind of like, why isn't my daughter having a solo? And then the next week she does have a solo, and like it's happened. Well, she doesn't have enough time to have this solo. Why are you giving her a solo? It's like, seriously, you just been asking for a solo and now you're complaining. So I feel like she's just like, has had enough.
Thanks,
with
but
them.
no thanks.
Yeah.
I think she's getting over it too. I think they're all kind of getting over each other.
Yeah.
They need a little space, and then maybe come back to each other. Like maybe take like a year off or a couple months or something, just to get away, or
maybe go join the Candy Apples for a little bit.
I don't know if I'd go there, but maybe they could go to New York or like a different state. Come to LA where there's real dance.
Seriously.
And not just the same old,
twirl, twirl.
Lyrical reach pirouette, which we say like every single
with Maddie's
week.
face.
Yeah, and Maddie's just like,
yes, she's always in so much pain. She's being tortured.
Marissa just knows it and doesn't even watch the show as intensely. But I know that you guys at home definitely watch the show very intensely, sometimes over and over, sometimes fact-checking every little thing that we say. So if you have anything to add to our conversation, by all means, give us a call, 424-256-1633, or add in the comments in the chat room on YouTube, or most importantly, please rate our podcast on iTunes. Give us 5 stars, and if you don't think we deserve 5 stars, let us know why.
But
help
still
us
give
fix
us 5
it,
stars.
and then give us 5 stars. Yeah, and still give us 5 stars.
Still give us 5 stars.
But yes, comment. We read all the comments, all the tweets. We try to respond as much as we can, and we really, really appreciate you guys for visiting week after week and keeping the lights on and keeping the shows here. And we try to bring you the best shows. And I know that our co-hosts are off and working and being amazing.
Yes.
And off on other projects, but we want to bring you the best content, the most exclusive content, and love the show as much as you do. So, thanks, guys.
Yay.
On to the competition. Maddie, she has the challenge, again, of working on her emotion, of connecting to her audience, and I actually felt it this week. Normally, I'm making fun of her same face every single week, and this time I was like, oh, that kind of, I kind of felt it in my heart. I felt that a little.
Especially when she dedicated it to Hannah, and you're like, oh, you feel, I don't know, I felt it.
It was like she had something to connect to when she looked out into the audience. Like she had a person or a thing, and I think that helped her.
There's like a story in her head. Yeah.
I really loved it. I loved her costume.
Gorgeous. I feel bad for Brooke. She walked out in like rehearsal gear,
like sports bra and shorts, and
I was like, what?
It had so much potential. But I did notice a little bit more emotional execution from Brooke than we normally do.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, even though her costume was so basic and the choreography was, it was okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun that she had to dance to her own song.
Yeah. it was a cute song.
Although it was interesting that it was like such a happy, upbeat song.
Right.
And then you find out that it's like about hurting and fighting.
Yeah.
About Abby and the moms.
Yeah. Take a hint, moms. Seriously.
And then Asia killed it.
I told you this while we were watching this. She's not a child. She's like stuck in a child's body.
She's like beyond Beyonce.
That's who I thought of the minute I saw her dance. She's like boom, boom, like, okay, Beyonce, take some notes, woman. Seriously.
She was so good. She's
amazing.
Like this like Blue Ivy prodigy and beyond or something.
She's
so good. I thought tonight was one of her best numbers.
Yes.
Amazing costume. Like it was so her. Like very tiny little critiques of like her foot or a little bit of bent knees, but like I texted Christy Ray and I was like, she killed it.
Yeah.
Like she killed it. That was the best solo we'd ever seen. Finally they let her do some turns and like she got to execute all of her strengths, which normally we don't always get to see. They edited it fairly well. We didn't get to see the whole dance, but we got to see some pretty killer moves.
I feel like this is the first week where we're like, whoa, this girl is phenomenal. And before it's like, oh, she's really good.
She can keep up.
Yeah. But wow.
She's so good. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see her again. And also happy belated birthday to Christy Ray.
Yay.
Just had a birthday, like actually I guess a week or two ago, but I wasn't here, so here's my official happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What else? Then Melissa calls Abby. That's when we hear her say that she's not coming back until Brooke and Paige get the hell out of her studio. Classy.
Very classy.
Also hangs up on the moms.
Professional.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. She claims that she is at her mom's house, but she also was saying how she was still in bed, so she had some kind of a late night.
And how it felt so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. I don't really know what that means. I'm not sure if I want to know what that means.
I don't either.
And then, so we had Brooke solo, which we just talked about, and then Just Be, which was the lyrical group solo with everyone.
Yay, all 9 girls.
Yes, and these costumes that they were making such a fuss about, which I wasn't really that impressed with.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought they did a good job, especially considering that they had little Asia in there up to Brooke.
Yeah.
Like huge age range. They did compete 9 to 11 was their age category.
Yeah. Are they all under 11?
They're all across the board.
Yeah.
They're
so
all
that's
across.
A little weird.
So brought the average down a little bit
Yeah.
with everyone, but thanks Payton and Brooke.
Right.
And they all ended up doing really well. All the moms were so excited. They were like, well, if this is a victory, this is going to be the best because Abby hasn't been here for one single second. So Maddie gets first place. She gives the 5-foot trophy.
Yeah. Aww. So sweet.
Brooke ends up getting 4th place. Asia,
first and beyond.
First and beyond. Like highest score of 18 under category. I think she should have been the highest score of the day.
Overall.
She killed it. And then the girls got first place.
Yay! The moms, I think, were happier than the daughters.
They were. They were like, it feels like we just won the Olympics. I can't speak. The Olympics. What in the world?
That's how excited you are.
That's how excited they were. And that's pretty much what happened on tonight's episode. Anything else? Did we forget anything?
I think that just about covers it.
That's it, guys. Let's go into some news and gossip, shall we?
AfterBuzz TV News.
So filming for Dance Moms is officially over.
Boo.
They ended up cutting it a little short, actually, because of some conflicts amongst the cast members and production, and mostly just the cast members. I think everyone was probably just sick of everybody at this point.
Cast members, I'm guessing not the daughters.
Yeah, not the daughters, because they definitely do like each other. And Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition is set to premiere this fall, possibly October, but I'm thinking it's going to be September. They are filming the reunion as we speak. As we speak. Like, they're going to wrap in a couple of hours. So everything that we're watching right now, they're arguing over. Supposedly, one of the main topics of conversation was, where was Abby during this episode?
Oh.
I guess she was visiting her mom. It's unclear as to whether her mom was actually unwell, but she did happen to throw in a little bit of competition, a little bit of going out, catching up with friends, caught in the act. So
It's kind of what
in that case, she shouldn't have been so MIA.
Yes.
You know, it's one thing if you're in the hospital, no service or something, or if you're so stressed out. With Broadway Baby, when her puppy died, that's how she was. She was very, very down. But, like, she was throwing back drinks. She was going out. I mean,
she could have at least said, hey, guys, I just need a little week off.
Yeah.
You know, just
or, like,
whatever,
I'm going to be here. Here's what you can do.
Exactly.
Like, here's an email. Here's the pyramid. Like, come on.
A little more professionalism.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Christy, Ray, if you're smart, you're not going to bring your daughter back into the franchise. And I guess that's kind of one of my predictions. Just because I feel like she has so much more of a bright future ahead of her. And you see that in this episode. She's talking about, like, you know, if my daughter has an opportunity to dance in LA, I'm going to take her there. If she has an opportunity to dance, you know, overseas, like, I'm going to take her there. And she shouldn't stop there. And you can see a lot of these girls have been dancing with the same teachers for years and years and years, and there's no growth. Asia, you can see a tremendous difference from the first day she stepped in the studio to now. And she's been in LA since then. She's worked with other teachers. She's been on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, which I told you guys that was a spoiler a little while ago that she's gonna be on the show. And she's gotten so much better.
Absolutely. And I think, yeah, I totally agree. I think the other girls should have the opportunity to go to different teachers and learn different things. Abby is, I think, a great teacher when she's there.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's certain things that they need to learn from a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah.
So
maybe a little hip hop.
Yeah, a little, you know,
switch things up a bit.
Yeah, a little flavor.
And I texted Yvette, because if you watch the preview, she has a meltdown, and she just wrote back, you have no idea. So it's gonna get pretty crazy. Zach supposedly gets a solo next week, and Candy Apples are back. Whoops. Whoa. Well, Violet, I'm so glad that you were here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Remind everybody where we can find you.
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Violet Kanian.
And you will find us here next week, either on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll figure that out. But you can always find us on YouTube and iTunes immediately following the show. And you can find me at Giselle Ugarte on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.com. I don't know, all that good stuff. Find me there. Give me a call. We'll talk. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.